Hey guys, what's up? Because there's nothing happening on my end. So, August has come and gone. And I had like a moderately okay reading month because my school started. So, that took a big bite out of my time trying to figure out my schedule of how I'm going to film videos for my main channel, I'm going to do all my homework, and find time to read to be able to talk about it. But I still read as much as I could because I'm also trying to have a functioning social life, and normally that does not allow a lot of reading because I'm a particularly slow reader and I'm trying to get a normal sleeping schedule, which is epically failing, but books are books. So without further ado, let's begin with my August wrap-up. Casually just pulls out all books. Okay, so first I read Polarity in Motion by Brenda Vickers, and this was an ebook, and Brenda actually messaged me on Goodreads and asked me to read her book, and I was so grateful for it, and the book was amazing. I so recommend it to you. It's the story of this girl named Polarity Weeks. Her mother has borderline personality disorder, which is kind of like being bipolar, but it's not a chemical imbalance in the brain, it's an emotional side to it. So it's really interesting to see how she deals with that and how she deals with this thing that happens in the book where her in the beginning chapter, the main conflict is where a nude picture was released, which was her face, but she had no idea how it was taken because she never did it. She never posted for the picture, and then there was this whole ordeal with a whole bunch of like police officers and school stuff, and she was taken by CPS, which is Child Protective Services, you don't know, and things happen, and there's like a kind of love story, but it's also not. It's mainly just a lot of talking about how she's dealing with this thing, and I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I recommend it to all of you. And then I also read Out of the Dust by Karen Hesse, which is this is a story of a young girl who I forgot her name, but it's during the Depression, and she lives in the Dust Bowl area in the early 1930s during the Depression, and she lives on a wheat farm, and she lives with her and her mom and her dad, and things happen, and things aren't growing, and things don't seem to be going well, and then something really big happens, and it's a really good book, and it's really quick to read. I read it in like 2 days because I slept, and it's really short because it's a novel in verse. You can tell because it's kind of like poetry, so it's really, really good, and it's a really good book. Like, I liked it. I didn't love it per se. Historical fiction, as I've probably stated multiple times before, is not really my forte, but my mom's friends, who's a reading teacher, loved this book and recommended it to me, and I have to give it back eventually. So, I loved it. I didn't love it. I liked it. It was good. It was okay. And then I read The Mark of Athena. I don't know why I sounded so excited. It was such a good book. Rick Riordan, again, made me feel all the feels for Persebeth. If you ship Persebeth, I recommend reading this one because this has the most Persebeth moments I've ever seen. And I'm sorry if I seem kind of hazy because I'm kind of half asleep at the moment because I haven't slept properly in like 3 days. I'm so sorry. So, but this book was really good. This is the sequel to The Son of Neptune, which is a sequel of The Lost Hero, which is a spin-off of Harry Potter. I'm so sorry. Percy Jackson. And I might get to meet Rick Riordan. I'm so excited to see that. I might meet him because he's coming to Katy, and I'm really happy about that. And so I might get to go if I get the money to pay for the ticket, which is basically buying the book he's talking about. And he's on my bucket list to go see him. But this book is really good. It took me kind of a while to read it, mainly because it's big and it's intimidating, and the beginning is kind of boring. But most of his books begin like that. They begin kind of boring, but Well, at least they do for me, but it was all around good. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite, but it was really good. Like, it kind of kept me on my seat, but it also let me breathe a little, if that makes sense. It was just really good. And I can't wait to read House of Hades. And then, lastly, I read the 5 Seconds of Summer, the ultimate fan book, which, just saying, has a lot of incorrect information. But it also has a lot of good information, but it kind of doesn't, I don't really want to count it as a book, but I count it as a book at the same time, because it's 48 pages. I read this in 2 hours, because I kept getting lost looking at the pictures, because it's basically a picture book. And I kept getting lost in their eyes, because their eyes are so pretty. But this book was good. It was full of a lot of information that I knew, and a lot of information a little bit of information I didn't know, but it was a very good nonfiction story. I just needed something quick, and my friend gave it to me, because if you don't know, I am obsessed with 5 Seconds of Summer. I'm so obsessed, it's not even funny. And I went to their concert, and now I know even more about the guys, so now I feel even creepier of a fan, but I'm making them money. By buying their stuff, I'm making them money. I'm making them, richer. So, it's all good. So, that's it. That's all I've read. I read 4 books. Yeah, I'm doing great at this reading thing, but, I mean, you try dealing with 3 high school classes, and then, the rest core classes, and having no time to do this, and having to fit appointments, and concerts, and music all into one day, and trying to have a proper sleep schedule. You'd get my natural stress. I've been told I look older by people who saw me a week ago. And that's how much my 8th grade stress is putting on me, especially because now I have, major migraines all the time. I want to throw up all the time. So reading is a little bit difficult, but it's kind of my escape. So when I read, I feel good. So I'm going to try and read more and more, but that's going to get harder and harder as the year progresses. But I'll figure out a schedule, and I will try really, really hard. So, this is what I read this month, plus another book for Polarity in Motion. And these were all the books I read in the month of August. They're pretty pathetic, but I spent 2 weeks just doing nothing but being on Tumblr. It's really nothing. So, yep. And I want to know what you read in the month of August. Tell me down below. I would really love to know. And if you read a couple of books, please tell me. I want to know I'm not alone. If you read a ton of books, tell me so I can set a goal for what I should be reading. So I love you guys so much, and tell me if you've read any of the books in the comments below. I would really like to know if you've thought the same things I did. And I love you guys so much, and bye.